Students, welcome to Ekta's Science Education class. Right way, right learning is the motto of the class. Okay, students, so let's start today's topic, that is food. Where does it come from? Now, food may include one or more items called the ingredients. Things we eat that provide us with the nutrition is called the food. The food we eat throughout the day makes our diet. Our food contains nutrients like carbohydrate, protein, fats, vitamins, and minerals. The amount of the type of the nutrient varies from food to food. We also need water and roughage in our diet. Food is a basic need. Air, water, shelter, these are the basic needs. Imagine a day without food. Have you ever wondered how living organism like all of us and other animals, how they get the food? Even microorganisms and bacteria all need food to survive and carry out the activities. Now food is essential. Each living thing has a different way of deriving nutrients. Some living things can make their own food like plants. So here we can see plants are said to be the producers. Some living things can make their own food. These are known as the producers like plants. Plants are the producers of the food. They are the producer of their own food. They supply the food to all living creatures. So plants are said to be the producers. As we sow the seed, it germinates into the tiny seedlings, and seedling grows into the crop, into the trees, so that it produces the food for all the living creatures. With the help of the photosynthesis process, the plant prepare their own food with the help of in presence of the light energy. With the nutrient from the soil and water from the soil, root absorb all the things throughout the plant, and with the carbon dioxide gas, they prepare the glucose and release the oxygen gas. So this process is the photosynthesis, where with the help of the light energy the plant produces the food and gives to the whole living creature. So the plant are said to be the producers of the food. While as some other living things derive nutrition from other organisms, these are the consumers. The organism that cannot make their food, they derive the food from the other creatures, from the producers like plants. So they are the consumers. Means we are all consumers. We consume the food. We consume the food from the plants. Plants can make their own food. Plants make the food glucose with the carbon dioxide from the air and water from the soil in the presence of the chlorophyll pigment using solar energy. This process is the photosynthesis process. This process is the photosynthesis process. Photo means light and synthesis means to prepare. Oxygen is the byproduct of this chemical process. The food is stored as starch in the leaves. Now animals cannot make their own food, so we are said to be the consumers. Now there are different kinds of the animals. As per the food habit, the animals are of the different types. The first one we will learn about the herbivorous animal. Herbivorous or herbivores. The animals which eat only plants are the herbivores. These animals mainly eat the plant sources and plants only. So they are herbivores. The name itself indicate herb means small plants, tiny plant, delicate plants, and vorous means that are eating. So the animals that feed only plants are known as herbivores. The example you can see cow. Example again you can see goat, giraffe. They feed on the plants only. The leaves of the plants, the stems of the plants. Okay. Then buffalo. Now why they are having what is the special of the herbivorous animals? Why they are able to eat, or herbivores have what characters so that eat and digest the herbs only? As from the image we can see that herbivorous animals have well developed molars and premolars. They are having well developed. These are the molars and premolars. These are having the well developed molars and premolars teeth. for grinding and chewing the plants because of presence of well-developed premolars and molars for grinding and chewing plants. Some herbivores have many molars. Herbivores like the white-tailed deer and goat have tall molars with the flat upper surface for chewing. So, some herbivores like the cows and buffalo store the semi-digested food in a part of the stomach and bring it back to the mouth to chew again. So this is all about the herbivorous animals. The animals which eat only and only plants are the herbivores. Next is carnivores. Next is the carnivores. Carnivores have the sharp and pointed teeth to tear the flesh. They eat the flesh. Carnivores are the animals. They only and only feed on the flesh or the meat. They hunt the animal, they kill animal and they feed on their flesh. Carnivores have the sharp and pointed teeth to tear the flesh. As here you can see, the carnivores like lion and tiger have the very pointed sharp teeth. The carnivores have sharp pointed teeth to tear flesh. The tongue is also so muscular and strong. Their canines and incisors are well developed. You can see their canines and incisors are well developed. Carnivores need canines to kill and tear the meat. Some birds like eagles or some birds like vultures have clawed pointed toes and sharp pointed beaks to grab and stab the flesh of their prey. As they are hunting, they are eating the flesh. You can see lion, carnivore animal eating the flesh. So these are also the example of the carnivorous animals. Now next one is the omnivores. Now mammals like the grizzly bears and human beings and the birds like crows and woodpeckers are omnivores. Now omnivores survive well in many environments because they eat both plants and animals. Omnivores are the animals that eat both plant product as well as flesh also. So they are the omnivores. Eat both plant and animals. Many omnivores have front teeth which help them rip into the meat and bite into the fruits and vegetables. So molars help them to grind up the meat and chew their food. Feeding habits of all living things are not the same. Different animals show different characters which help them derive energy from the food they eat. Now the animals like a raccoon, this is a raccoon. It is said to be the medium omnivore, medium size omnivore creature, while as the crow is the small omnivore, while as the bear is a large omnivore. Okay, so this is all about the omnivorous animals. Now next one is the decomposers. Now let us learn about the plant as a source of the food. Plant is the main source of food as plants are producers. Different parts of the plant are sources of the food for living creatures. We eat stem, roots, leaves and flowers of the different plants. We eat vegetables, fruits, pulses, nuts, cereal, spices and beverages from the plants. Yes, now let's learn about them one by one. We eat many different varieties of the food. In India, the kind of food people eat varies from place to place. Also, people in the different regions of India cook food in the different ways. The process by which our food takes in food and uses it for the growth and development, that is called the nutrition actually. Food has some chemical substances called nutrients. Now let us learn each and every part. Now there are around 2000 plant species which are cultivated for the food. If you don't know the things as that, there are near about 2000 plant species which are cultivated as the food. We use different parts of the plant like root, stem as the different food items. Now let's learn with the root. Have you eaten any of the vegetables shown in this image? Have you eaten? These are the roots. Have you seen? See it properly so that you can remember, you can recall the thing that you are eating. In some plants, the roots of the plants or the roots or parts of the root system store large quantities of the starch and carbohydrate. Therefore, they function as a storage organ. Examples like tuberous roots, which include the sweet potato, carrot, cassava, turmeric, dahlia, beetroot. Okay, so these are the different roots that we are eating. Next, stem. Many plants store carbohydrate or fats in their stem. Potato and sugarcane are the good examples of the edible stem. Stem like ginger also. Now, next is a green leafy vegetable like spinach, dill vegetable, fenugreek, these spring onion. These are all the green leafy vegetables which are actually the leaves which we eat as a food. Next, flowers. Flowers like cauliflower, broccoli. These are we eating as a food in vegetables. Fruits like tomatoes, brinjal, we use as a vegetables. Pulses, dals are the important part of the food that we get from the plant. These pulses are nothing but the seeds of the plant. It does so for the, or do you have think anytime? Do you know why a plant store food in its seeds? It does so for the baby plant present in the seed. These pulses or grains are the seeds, actually the seeds. When the baby plant starts growing, it uses the food stored in the seed until it can make its own food. So these food or seeds are important. Seeds of the plants are good sources of food for animal including human beings. They contain nutrients. So dals, pulses, nuts are very important for the diet, for maintaining a special diet. Now many things we are obtaining from the animal sources as well. But like omnivore, the human beings are also classified as a vegetarian and non-vegetarian. The humans or the creatures, living creatures that eat only meat, eat meat, they are the non-veggies. While those who are only eating vegetables and not the non-veg or not the flesh or meat, they are vegetarian, while those who are eating, they are non-vegetarian. So they are classified into two groups, vegetarian and non-vegetarian. Now animals are both direct and indirect sources of the food for us. Like meat, if you are eating the meat, the flesh of some animal is eaten as a food. Poultry, birds, fishes, goats and sheep provide the meat. Some sea creatures also provide the meat to us. Then milk is a product which we get from the animals, which is produced by the mammals such as a sheep, camel, goat, cows and buffaloes. Milk can be drunk as it is or can be dairy product can be used like cheese, butter consumed. Okay, milk is a rich source of calcium and vitamins. Animals that we use as a source of milk are milch animals. Then next is the egg, then honey. These are the things that we are eating or we are getting from the plant sources, from animal sources, not from the plant, from the animal sources. Now let's learn more about Indian food. Now Indian cuisine varies from region to region. Different people in the India eat or cook different ways of the food. They cook the same food with the different food ways. Food is an important part of Indian culture, playing an important role in everyday life as well as in festivals also. We eat many different varieties of food in India. The kind of food people eat varies from place to place, region to region, states to state. So there is a variety, there is diversity in the food as well, in languages as well. So Indian food is famous in the world. So students, here we are done with the food and where it come from. We learn the different habits of the animal of feeding. Then we learn about the Indian food. So it's all about the food and where does it come from. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Just like, subscribe and share the channel to more and more of your friends so that we'll gain the knowledge, we'll share the knowledge. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.